Welcome back to another explainer. Today, we're taking a slightly different path. We're stepping away from those complex data sets to just immerse ourselves in a beautifully descriptive text. It's called the golden clarity of dawn. Now, if you're a tired student out there looking for a restorative break, well, you are exactly in the right place. We're going to analyze a single, powerful passage that paints this stunning, peaceful story about nature waking up, breaking down its sensory details and its deeper philosophical meaning. So, right now, wherever you are, take a slow, deep breath in, clear your mind, and let's explore this sensory journey together.
Okay, let's dive right into this opening quote. The text kicks off with a brilliantly evocative scene. Early morning unfolds with a quiet, soothing beauty as the first rays of sunlight gently touch the earth. Notice the deliberate pacing of those words, guys. Unfolds, quiet, soothing. The author is immediately setting the tempo for us. It's definitely not one of those sudden jarring alarm clock awakenings. No way. It's a gradual, incredibly gentle process. The light doesn't just strike the earth, it gently touches it. And this right away establishes that cool, refreshing atmosphere and the deeply calming effect of morning light that we all associate with the very first, untouched moments of the day. And this brilliantly illustrates what happens next. As those first rays touch down, soft golden light patterns and shades of pale orange start spreading across the sky. It is highly specific and incredibly visual. We aren't dealing with the harsh, bright yellows of midday or the deep, intense reds of a sunset. Not at all. Gold and pale orange evoke a softness, a genuine warmth that's just beginning to build on the horizon. Just imagine that canvas in your mind's eye for a second. This visual cue is our first real anchor in the morning landscape, perfectly capturing the delicate nature of the early light. Let's move to and see how this builds. Because this visual warmth, it's literally just step one. The author is structuring a complete sensory awakening for us. First, as we just saw, we have the visual touch of sunlight. Then, the author brilliantly activates a second sense, smell. The text explicitly mentions the air carrying the delicate morning scent of dew. And finally, a third sense is brought into the mix, hearing. We're introduced to the sweet, melodic chirping of birds, welcoming the sun. It's a deliberate chronological sequence of awakening, right? Light, scent, sound. It's perfectly designed to surround you completely and bring the whole morning to life. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how the text elevates these everyday details through a truly beautiful metaphor. It takes the literal, physical reality of dew resting on grass and leaves, and it completely transforms it, describing each droplet as sparkling like tiny crystals in the light. This is such a fascinating elevation of the mundane. I mean, by comparing simple water droplets to tiny, light-catching crystals, the author assigns a precious, almost magical value to the quiet morning. It basically forces us to hit pause and appreciate the intricate, delicate beauty of nature that, let's be honest, we usually just rush right past. The author really wants you to physically feel this environment. So let's try this again. Take a slow, deep breath in right now, and imagine that cool, refreshing air. Imagine that delicate morning scent of dew, literally filling your lungs. Now exhale slowly and picture the gentle breeze moving, creating a soft, calming rustling of trees around you. And finally, the auditory climax, those sweet, melodic songs of birds. Words like refreshing, soft, and melodic, they aren't just throwaway adjectives here. They're essentially instructions for how to experience the scene. They build a multi-sensory environment that has a profoundly calming effect on anyone reading it. At this point in the explainer, we kind of pivot. We move from the purely physical descriptions of the environment to the philosophical mood it creates. The author uses a fantastic word to summarize the entire scene: undisturbed. Everything around feels calm and undisturbed. This is the overarching mood of the entire passage. It's a state of being where the noise, the chaos, and all those heavy, stressful demands of student life just haven't arrived yet. It reflects nature as it slowly, perfectly awakens. It's literally a moment suspended in time, offering us this profound sense of peace before the rest of the world starts rushing in. So, the crucial point here is how the author connects this physical event, the sunrise, to our internal emotional state. The text explicitly states that this peaceful moment offers three very distinct things: clarity, hope, and a genuine sense of new beginnings. The physical dawn acts as a perfect mirror for a mental reset. And, from a practical standpoint, getting this early sunlight actually helps set your circadian rhythm. Leveraging this dawn light gives you a massive advantage in focus and energy for your studies throughout the rest of the day. It's a completely natural life hack for better focus. As we wrap up our explainer today, I really want you to consider this. How will you use the clarity of this new beginning? The text of The Golden Clarity of Dawn reminds us that every single morning, nature offers us this quiet, soothing beauty. It offers us a physical representation of hope, a totally free chance to reset. So, the next time you find yourself exhausted and overwhelmed with your studies, remember this text. Step outside, catch those early shades of pale orange, take a deep breath of the cool air, and let that undisturbed moment completely restore your focus.